Hey everybody, it's your girl Jazz, and I wanted to do this video to kind of do a way back when, back down memory lane type of deal when it comes to what we're seeing now with Fatima and Karen. Excuse me, what we're seeing now with Fatima and Karen when it comes to Zack, their dynamic and things of that nature versus earlier seasons, season two when it comes to Zack, how they met and stuff like that, right? So, so, and I'm doing that because this week's episode, we're going to see Fatima go to Karen's house and they're going to have a conversation, right? And I'm seeing a lot of buzz and talk about how a lot of Karen fans, because we got the Fatima fans and we got the Karen fans, and then you got people like me who we got fans of the show like me. I don't have a dog in either fight. I'm not a, I don't dislike either. I don't dislike either one. I don't like, I don't dislike either of the women. But, now I will say when both are wrong, right? And, so here's the thing. You got Karen fans saying that Fatima is grimy because when they first met, they were quote unquote building a friendship. And I don't know if they were associates. They met through Andy. And the thing is, just because Karen thought that Fatima was cool does not mean that that automatically made them friends. Now, what I will say, and you got to go back now. We have to go back. Okay. You have to go back. Karen thought that Fatima was cool. She thought that Fatima was cool. And she was like, I like her, girl. She nice. Because you have to go back. When they met at their restaurant, when they were celebrating Andy's win, celebrating Andy's, the fact that Andy won that huge settlement and she got that promotion, which Fatima actually facilitated. Fatima facilitated all of this stuff, got her job back, helped her not go to jail and all of that stuff, dealing behind Gary, right? Because she actually got Hayden to help, all of that stuff, which I'll do a separate. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do a separate video with all of that, right? So, Karen didn't think that Fatima was quote unquote just an assistant back then. Okay. She actually saw Fatima as an equal. She actually thought that Fatima was, oh, she cool. Oh, she this, she that. She a lifesaver. She been saving your life and all of that stuff. She actually considered Fatima, quote unquote, an equal to Andy back then when Zack wasn't involved. There was even a scene in season two when she did Fatima's hair. She did Fatima's hair. She told Fatima all about Aaron. She didn't, and the only thing that she mentioned about Zack, was that she was in like an off and on relationship with a guy, and it did not work out. She talked about how horrible Zack was. Now, they didn't mention names, but she talked about how bad Zack was to her and how horrible he was and all of the things, right? She talked about Aaron. She said that she was seeing this guy. He was real good. I really like him. He's a preacher. And, how she wasn't getting none. It was no sex involved in nothing, but she talked about how Aaron brought out the best in her, gives her money, do all the things that Zack wasn't doing. I don't remember what episode it is, but y'all go back and watch. If you go back and you watch that scene, with Fatima and Karen in the shop, Karen spoke very highly of Aaron and poorly of Zack. She did not want Zack back at all in season 2 until Danny made mention of the fact that Zack was moving on, had a new man, had a new car. Until Danny made mention of the fact that Zack had a new woman, new car, was moving on in chain break. I'm gonna do a separate video about that too. Had a new car, had all the things, right? Knew everything. Because in season 2, and this is why I say that season 2 was like the best season, because Zack was on one side of Atlanta moving on. Karen was on one side of Atlanta moving on. And they were thriving. Both of them were literally their best selves, and they were thriving without each other. And as far as the continuity of the show goes, there was no reason at all for Tyler Perry to have Zack and Karen continue to be together for drama purposes of the show, because the show was still fine. And if you go back as far as views of the show was still fine. The show was fine. They really could have put Karen and Aaron together and the show would have been fine. And they could have put Zack and Fatima together back in season 2, wrapped the storylines up, and the show would have been fine. But that's not even what I'm talking about. The grocery store scene, which is the reason for the video. The grocery store scene. Grocery store scene. That's really what I wanted to talk about. Karen told Fatima, when she found out that they was messing around, she told her, "You didn't know and I didn't know. There's no weirdness between us, and I wish you well." Told her that. Fatima actually left Zack alone. She left him alone. She was like, "Look, I like you. I'm feeling you, but I don't think this gonna work. I don't think this gonna work. You still feeling her, and that's cool." I'm paraphrasing. That's y'all business. Fatima left Zack alone and actually chose what she was building with the sister circle. She actually chose the quote unquote friendship that everybody claimed that everybody claims that they had in the beginning. Fatima actually chose that over Zack. Because Fatima said to Zack in the grocery store, she said, "Look, Andy is my boss, and I just started a friendship with these girls. Just started. I just started a friendship with these girls." And Fatima chose that over Zack. She chose what she was building with Andy. She chose that friendship. And she chose the friendship that she was building with the women over Zack. And she kept apologizing over and over and over and over and over again to Karen. Karen wasn't trying to hear it. And she told Andy, "Look, can you please tell Karen I'm sorry? Can you please tell Karen that I am not the type of person that would do this on purpose? Can you please tell her I did not know that he was her ex? I had no idea." He never mentioned Karen's name. He mentioned an ex only, but I did not know that it was her that he was talking about. Because if I did, I'd have backed off. Fast forward, the very next day after that happened was the fake wedding. She kept on trying to talk to Karen. Karen kept, and if you even look at that scene, Karen even started, that's when the whole "your little assistant" comment started. That's when she even started trying to fat shame Fatima. Go back and look at that scene. She started trying to fat shame Fatima. Then that's when the whole "yo assistant" comment started. As soon as, I'm making a point to say, as soon as it's like a switch went off. As soon it was Fatima is cool. She a cool chick. Yeah, Andy. Team Fatima, she cool. All the things, until Zack got involved. The moment Karen realized that Zack was the dude, Fatima was no longer cool in her eyes. This how women be doing. This is how women be doing, bro. And it is crazy. It's so crazy how that switch flipped. Fatima has maintained the fact that she's not Karen's enemy. Karen has not maintained that. Is also another point that I'm making. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So I wanted to drive that point. So also, everybody was single. Because like I said, Karen she made mention about her ex to Fatima, and we forget that. Everybody's harping on Fatima messed with Karen's ex, but nobody is talking about the fact that Karen had a whole dude that she was messing with and literally left Zack for. She had a whole dude she was messing with and started changing for the better for. She was talking about celibacy. She talked about started getting back into church. She stopped cussing as much. She literally was Team Aaron. She stopped being that when she saw that Zack had moved on too. And when she saw that the woman was Fatima, to her, it would have been better. It would have been better if it would have been someone that was not someone of Fatima's caliber. It would have been better to Karen. It would have been better if it was someone who was like Heather, or someone like Deja, or somebody who she was used to him, quote unquote, cheating on her with. Because in her warped mind, they are still together, and he cheated on her with Fatima. She literally told him, well, it ain't over for me. So in her mind, and this is how narcissists think, in her mind, they've been together this entire time and he's cheating on her. But that is all that I wanted to say regarding this scene, and regarding a lot of the comments that I have been hearing regarding the fact that in her mind, this is a friend who did her dirty, and Zack cheated on her with a friend. So I wanted to point that out, and I wanted to say that. I got another video coming today, and I still have to review the last few episodes of Sistas. And Fatima should be up later on today. I love y'all in real life. Have a good one. And if you are... I love you guys. I love you guys in real life, and thank you guys for tuning in and listening. If you are new here, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you.